Hello, this is Adolf. Welcome to the video lecture series on the course of building construction. So on the previous video, we saw the foundation part 1. So in this video, we are going to start with the foundation part 2. The content of this video lecture is we are going to see about the deep foundation. What are the types of the deep foundation we are going to see. The previous video, we saw the shallow foundation. So here we are going to see about the deep foundation. So what is a deep foundation? So it is a type of foundation whose depth is more than the width of the foundation. If the depth of the foundation is more than 2 meter, then it is also called as a deep foundation. So these type of deep foundation carries a load from a structure through weak compressible soil or fills onto the stronger and less compressible soil or rocks at depth. So where we use or when we use this a deep foundation. So if the hot strata is not available near the ground, so near a particular area we are not finding out the hot strata, then we will go with the deep foundation. Or or sometimes the foundation is taken deep for good stability of the structure. So for stability of the structure we will go for the deep foundation, or for the durability of the structure also we will go for the deep foundation. So we will use this deep foundation for these three criteria. Under the deep foundation, the pile foundation is a major type of foundation. So what is a pile foundation? This pile foundation is a construction for the foundation that supports on piles. So a pile is an element of construction. Maybe it is composed of timber, concrete, or steel, or a combination of any of a combination of them. Maybe it is a timber or concrete pile foundation, or steel or concrete pile foundation. This pile foundation is defined as a column supported type of a foundation which may be cast in situ or precast. Whether we can on field we can do it, or in a casting out we can cast the pile and we can use it on the foundation. This type of construction is adopted when the loose soil extends to a greater depth. So if a field will have a large greater depth, it will have a loose soil, we will go with the pile foundation. The load of the structure is transmitted by the piles to hot stratum below, or it is restricted by the friction developed on the sides of the pile. Whether it may be the load is transmitted to the hot stratum below, or it can be distributed to the soil by the action of friction developed on the sides of the pile. What are the classification of the pile? The first classification is based on the function. So under that we have bearing pile. Bearing pile. So this bearing pile, the lower end of the pile, this is the lower end of the pile, is rested over the hot stratum. So it is rested over the hot stratum. So if it is rested over the hot stratum, it can easily transmit the load. So this pile setting on the hot stratum, and it will act as a pillar to transmit the load from the superstructure. So if it is a loose soil and we have a find out the hot stratum, we will build the foundation from the hot stratum. That is bearing piles. Next is a friction pile. So this friction pile we will have a we will use if soil is weak or soft to a considerable depth. So this whole area we will have a loose soil. we will not find out any hot stratum or a rock below the surface. So we will go for the friction pile. So here the load carried by the pile is restricted by the friction. See here, this is the friction developed between the loose soil and the pile. So due to this friction, our load carried by the pile is transmitted to the sides of the soil. This is the friction pile. Next is sheet piles. These sheet piles are commonly used as a impervious cutoff to reduce seepage and uplift under hydraulic structure. So these sheet piles where we will use it is near the any marine areas or any water bodies areas to restrict the uh, seepage, that means water movement under the soil. So we have to restrict that one, we will use that one. Or if any hydraulic structure, they will have a uplift pressure. So to reduce that one, we will use these sheet piles. So what is the usage of the sheet pile is, where we use this one is the sheet pile. It is constructed on retaining walls in docks and other marine works, and it is to protect erosion on the river banks. We will use this sheet pile, and to retain the sides of the foundation trenches also we will use this sheet pile. The next three types, that is anchor pile, batter pile, fender pile. These three will be used in an marine structures. So this anchor pile as shown in the figure, this is the anchor pile. This anchor pile is used to provide anchorage against horizontal pull. So it will give some strong hold to the structure against the horizontal pull, not a vertical one, horizontal pull. And the batter pile, this one, this is the batter pile. This batter pile, it is same as the anchor pile, but it is an inclined, it is driven inclined. So it is driven inclined. Why we are providing it an inclined manner means to resist large horizontal or inclined forces. That's why we are giving batter pile at an inclination. And the next one is fender pile. See, this is the fender pile, fender as shown here. This is the fender pile. This fender pile, what it will does means, these fender piles are used to uh, protect the structure, water structures, especially water structures, against the impact or abrasion caused from ships or bars. So this will take all the impact rather than the water structure. That is the use of the fender pile. Next type of pile is compaction pile. This compaction pile is used in the granular soils. So these granular soils will have low bearing capacity. So we have to improve the bearing capacity of this soil. So we will compact the soil to make them to make a better bearing capacity, to make them in the better bearing capacity. So this will be driven in the granular soils to increase the bearing capacity of the soil. The last type of pile based on the function is tension or uplift pile. These tension or uplift piles are used to anchor down the structure subjected to uplift due to hydrostatic pressure or due to overturning moment. So see here, this is a pile. So if it is having a overturning moment, the whole building will collapse. So in the transmission tower also we will have a overturning moment. So we have to withstand that one. So this anchor pile or uplift pile used in that uh, particular areas to withstand the structure against overturning moment. So these are the classification of piles based on the function. Next, we are going to see about the classification of pile based on the material and composition. So under that, the first one is timber pile. So as we know by the uh, title itself, timber pile, we know this is fully made, the pile, it is fully made up of timbers. So in this, the load transmits through the frictional resistance. So as like the friction pile, the timber pile is also transmits the load to the frictional resistance. So which develops between the pile surface and the surrounding ground. What are the advantages of the timber pile? So these timber pile are cheap and more economical. They can be easily stored and transported. Without the help of any heavy equipment, we can easily store and transported, and they can be driven very rapidly, very fastly. We can driven the timber pile, and these are very especially used when subsoil water is present. We will use the timber pile. Next, what are the disadvantages of the timber pile? These timber pile can be deteriorated or decay very fast. So when it is subjected to alternate wetting and drying season, so it will decay or deteriorate very fast. So it is essential to cut them below the water line and capped with concrete. So we below the water line, we have to cut them and we have to put concrete cap over the timber pile. So, and second disadvantages is it cannot be driven without any damage occurring to the timber. Okay, this is the second disadvantage. And the third disadvantage is they are not very useful in hard or rocky strata, because while it is driven in the hard or rocky strata, your timber may get broken or it can may damage. So this is one of the disadvantage. And they have very low carrying capacity. So because of its low structural strength, it's having low carrying capacity. And they cannot be used in situation where long piles are essentials. We cannot use them at that situation. And the final disadvantages is if you are over driving the pile, timber pile, it may easily get damaged. So these are the disadvantages of the timber pile. And the next material of pile is concrete pile. So as the name, you can say it is made up of a concrete. So the concrete piles are of three types. One is precast, cast in soot, and pre-stressed concrete piles. These are the three uh, types of concrete piles. First, precast concrete pile. So these precast concrete piles are cast and cured in the casting yard, the separate yard. They will cast and be cured, and then it will be transported to the site for driving the pile. So if you have any sufficient space is available near the site, then they can be cast and cured near the site and we can easily driven to the soil. The diameter of these piles are ranging from 35 to 65 centimeter, and the length varies from 4.5 meter to 30 meter. The second type of concrete pile is cast in soot concrete pile. So these piles will be cast in the position on the side inside the ground where we have to make the pile, where we want to make the pile, we will directly make the pile on the ground by concrete and steel reinforcement. We will make the pile. This cast insert concrete pile may be reinforced when pile act as a column, and when subjected to lateral force, we will reinforce them with the steel. The last type of concrete pile is pre-stressed concrete pile. So before we are going to insert the pile, we will stress out the concrete pile to get the maximum life and to carry the maximum load. So in this case of pile, the pre-tensioning cables are used for each piles that are subjected to required pull. These piles are reinforced with pre-tensioning cables or concreted with rows. These piles are more durable than other piles, and weight of such piles are less as compared to the precast piles. So these are the pre-stressed concrete pile. The third type based on the classification is composite pile. These composite piles are those which are made of two portions of different materials driven one over the other. So it will have two different materials we will use to driven, and it will be one over the other, it will be driven. The two common type of composite piles are used is timber and concrete composite pile and steel and concrete composite pile. So why we are using this means it will act together the function of a single pile. This composite pile will act as a single pile unit to transmit the load or to carry the load. First, the timber and the concrete composite pile. The timber portion is used below the permanent or the lowest water level. See here, this is the water level, permanent or the lowest water level. Below that, we will use the timber pile. So timber, if it is in water, it may decay very early. So it should be used below the permanent or the lowest water level, and once it is driven above the timber pile, we will have a concrete pile is formed above it. So due to this, the advantages of the both types of piles, that is advantages of concrete pile and the timber piles, are combined to it. So it will have a huge advantages. Also, the total cost of the pile is reduced, though the entire length of pile is permanent. So as of the cost point of view, if you use the pile for the entire length, composite pile for the entire length, its cost is also less when compared with the timber or concrete piles. So this is the timber and concrete pile. The next type of composite pile is steel and concrete composite pile. So here, same as the timber and concrete pile, instead of timber, we will use steel. So when we will use this steel and concrete pile is, it is used when the required length of the pile is greater than that available for the cast in soot type pile. So when the casting pile, the length is greater, we will go for the steel and concrete composite pile. Thus, the pile consists of steel pile to the lower end of concrete pile. So steel pile attached to the lower end of the concrete pile. The steel pile is driven first, guided through the steel casing tube. So if you want to driven, you will have a steel casing, outside steel casing, where inside it you will have a driven we will driven the steel pile. the concrete pile is formed above it. This concrete pile is then formed above it. This type of composite pile is used where satisfactory penetration of the pile into rock is required for heavy loads. So if the structure is having a very heavy load and you want to transfer the load into the rock structure, then we will go with this steel and concrete composite pile. So in this video we cover the under the foundation we cover the deep foundation. So under the deep foundation we cover what is a pile foundation, what is the type of the pile foundation. These are things all we covered in this video. The remaining topics under the unit number 2 will be covered in the upcoming videos. Thank you.